Exchange 5 items and get creative with some additional instructions. Create something beautiful for your junk journal and bring this challenging feeling to your desk. Welcome to round 3 of the 5 items digital swap that I'm doing with 49 Dragonflies and Ronda Winstead. My name is Luisa Heinzel and you are watching my channel Junk Journal Art. Thank you very much for joining me today. Yeah, today, as you can see, I have my own printable sheet here on my desk and I have to use my own printable for today's challenge. So Ronda came to this idea after we have swapped our sheets around and after we have created something with the sheets of the other both. She said it would be a really cool thing if we all three would use our own sheets as well. And you as our viewers also have suggested that, so we've decided that we go into round 3 of this challenge. If you've never heard about this challenge, please check out the info box. There is everything linked that you need to know and that you can watch if you have missed the other videos. And please make sure that you go to Ronda's and Barbara's channel as well to see what they have created with those 3 digital sheets. So we've had this idea to make this 5 item swap in a more easier way. You know, this thing with shipping physical items around the world is really difficult. Shipping times can be really long. So Ronda came to the idea to do this digitally. And that's also a thing that gives us the chance that you can join this challenge as well. So we would like to encourage you to join us with this 5 items digital swap. So you can find our freebies linked down below our videos. Sorry. So you can find this sheet that I have created below this video. Yeah, there's a link to my website where you can download this freebie. And by the way, there are some other freebies for you as well. If you have a printer and enjoy playing with digital printables, then you can find some more printables there as well for free. So check that out. And if you want to have the other both sheets, you have to go to the other both channels, please, and check out the link there so that you can get a total of 3 freebies that you can use for your own creations. Okay, so today I have to follow my own instructions with my own printable. That's some kind of a strange feeling, I have to say, but the instructions that I'm giving to myself today are: create ephemera for your junk journal. So we have to create a piece of ephemera today. Use everything from this sheet, but include only one of the butterflies. So I have to decide which one of these I want to use. Use a color that you don't like. Until now, I'm not sure which color that will be. I mean, pink would be the most obvious color to use because I hate pink, but there are some other colors that I don't like so much, so I will decide that later, depending on what I'm doing here. I want to use a color that I don't like, but that matches the rest, of course. Include a postage stamp, so that means obviously I have to take out my album with postage stamps. I've created this album by myself. This is made out of an old photo album, so I've just taken out the pages and put some new pages in here so that I can store my postage stamps here. These postage stamps come from my grandfather, so he was a postage stamp collector, and most of those postage stamps here I have from him, and I'm really happy, and I really like to go through these things here. And yeah, you know, postage stamps and junk journaling, that's a really cool combination. If you want to see how I made this album, I will link a playlist down below for you so that you can check that out. Perhaps you have the luck to find such an album as well. This would work with any other book cover, of course, as well. But this metal closures and that stuff make it, of course, really special. So if you want to check that tutorial out, there's a whole playlist with, I guess, 4 videos or, yeah, some kind of that. if you want to check that out, the link is down below in the description box so that you can make your own postage stamp album like this if you want. And I've written here, additional stuff from your stash is allowed. That means I can use everything that I want to include that I have in my stash. And I've started with my idea from the bottom here, from the instructions, because I thought, what additional stuff do I want to use? Which kind of ephemera piece do I want to create? And this Daphne's Diary was laying on my desk. So I think you all know the Daphne's Diary magazines. This came with the mail a few days ago, and I thought these flowers here look really, really cool, especially in combination with the colors that I have on my sheet here. This turquoise bluish piece here is really a cool combination with those orangey flowers. And I also like this feathered pen here. That has a name. I don't know the English word for this thing, but I guess that these colors here can go really well together. So I would like to try to include some of this here to my piece. And the other thing that I want to try is I want to try to take some inspiration that I got from 49 Dragonflies. As you know, she has already used this sheet, and I have seen her video, and I immediately fall in love with her idea, because she turned this butterfly here into a prince, and he has called, not he, sorry. She has called her video The Prince of Italy, and she has created the most amazing page in her journal with a whole story behind. And I was so fascinated and caught by this video because her whole page came to life with this story, or the story came to life with her page. I mean, that was like, it was going hand in hand. She was, like telling this story that she had in her head and creating the page. And that was like this flow, this creative flow. And I was so in love with this story that I thought, and with the prince, of course, as well. So Barbara, you did a really, really, really fantastic job. I was like, ooh, this little prince. So I thought, this prince that she has created, she gave him a little flower. So he has this little flower in his hands. She cut that out from a postage stamp. Really great idea, Barbara, by the way. And I thought, where is this prince going with this flower? I mean, yeah, he can't walk alone through his castle or through the world he lives in, and I thought he needs a princess. I mean, otherwise he would be really sad. And my goal for today is I want to turn this butterfly in the princess that belongs to the prince in Barbara's video. So I'm trying to make a tag where the princess is the focal point. Yeah. Barbara, I hope that I can do that. And I was so inspired by your video. I just have to try that. Okay, so, yeah. And now, Louise, I guess we can, this will be a really large tag, I guess, but that's not the problem. I guess we can cut this here and use this frame as the outer edge of the tag. So I will take that to my cutting machine and cut that here. I will cut off the chicken because I don't need that. And it's okay for me when the flowers are starting here, I guess. but I need something where I can put my pieces on, so that I have a base that I can see how big this will be in the end. So I think I will take a scrapbooking paper, and I have this here from last week's challenge, and I guess why not, the colors match really well here. This is also okay, and I guess this would be okay as well for me. So let's try to make the base from this. And by the way, here I want to answer some questions, or one question. You have asked me where this butterfly comes from, and if I have drawn that by myself. And the answer is yes. This butterfly is my own design. I have created this with the app Procreate. It's not the newest piece of artwork that I did with Procreate, but I've brought him or her to life with this app. And originally it was a he originally, even if I want to turn him into a princess. He was part of my Crafty Critters printable that you also can find in my Etsy shop. I will link that down below for you. Some of you have guessed that I have drawn this by myself, and you wanted to know where, in which printable I have used this. You can find a whole printable for your junk journals in my shop, with also some more of those crafty critters. I've turned some craft tools into critters. So, for example, I've used the shape of the crocodile, this guy here, and I've turned him into a crafty critter. So if you want to know more about that, then you can check out this printable. And many of you also already have used it for your junk journal creations. There were some really crazy ideas that I've seen with this printable. Really cool. Okay, so now we have that. Save this stuff for later, perhaps. And I guess it would be really cool to have him, I'm always saying him. Yeah, until now he's a him, but he will turn into a she. It would be great to have her somewhere here so that you can see her at the first glance. But how to manage that I can flip this over, because I want to flip that in some way. Or that would be the easier way, of course. Put put her here, Louisa, oh, and put this on top so that she is peeking out here. Yeah, perhaps. I guess that's great. And then you can have this here, and we can flip that like this. She needs her castle as well, of course. So let's cut out this. And there was another question where this piece comes from. This is part of my Urban Mirror printable. That's a printable that you can find in my Etsy shop as well. And I've made some mixed media pieces. So these were original pieces that I've created with my hands, not with Procreate, with this app that I've used for this one, but I've made this in reality with corrugated cardboard and some black acrylic paint and some reel of this lace thingy that is not lace, and yeah, then I manipulated that digitally so that I got this mirror effect. Some of the elements are drawn with Procreate, and I've combined them, but the most of these pieces were on some canvases that I made in this, yeah, some kind of mixed media style, and then I turned them into this digital. Oh my goodness. This is totally coincidence. Look how good that fits to the width of the tag. I mean, I haven't thought about that before I started, but this is totally great. Perhaps we could also turn this into a pocket so that we can put something in there later. Use everything from this sheet, but include only one of the butterflies. And Barbara did something with her prints. She has cut the butterfly, and then she has made the wings a little bit bigger. So let's see if we can find this post here on Instagram so that we can check that out. Yeah, so she has used the orange butterfly. I mean, there are two orangey butterflies, but it's obviously this one that she has used. And what has she done? She has made a die cut, and now I remember. She has made a die cut out of this blue paper here. And then she has glued the die cut behind everything. Then the original wings come through, and then the rest. And I guess I have to do that also in a similar way. Is here a bigger picture? No. I have to do that in a similar way because yeah, they have to match each other. I mean, I want to have my princess matching her prints. So I will take this as a reference. I will blend in the picture from her post so that you can see that, because my phone is so, you know, my lights are have this reflection in my phone. So you can see it somewhere here. Let's put this here aside so that I have the chance to put the picture here. Arg! Video editing is sometimes not so easy. You have to think about so many things. So I think now I have space here to put the photo there. Okay, so first of all, I have to think about how to cut the butterfly. I have to search for a butterfly die cut. Okay, so here I'm back with my die cut butterfly, and to cut that out, I have used, what's that? Alec, come out. To cut this out, I have used this die cut from Sizzix. It's such a bigger thing here, you know, these, yeah, I don't know, how is that called? Bigs. And it's the number 664166 if you are interested in that. If I can find that on Amazon, I will also link that down below for you. So let's see. I guess that is a really, really cool size for this. And this will go in here like this. It's probably a little bit big, but I like this effect when the pieces come out from the actual size of the tag. Yeah, and then I guess I have to emboss this butterfly a little bit as well, and then put some gilding wax on top, as Barbara did with her butterfly wings as well. Sometimes I'm asking myself how stupid I am sometimes. As you can see, I've put the piece of paper here in the wrong direction into my embossing folder. Now I have the... Oh my goodness, sometimes I have to laugh about myself. Now I have the embossing on the wrong side. Yeah, congratulations, Luisa. But I guess if we now put the gilding wax here on top, it could look great as well, because I guess when this is more golden than turquoise, this could look great as well in combination with the rest. So let's try that. I'm in love. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with this. Okay, so then when we want to follow Barbara's idea, we have to choose one of those butterflies. Okay, so then we have to cut him into half so that we get these both wings. And Barbara has put the butterfly wings on top of this butterfly on top of these wings. So that would mean I would have to put that somewhere here. I mean, she has cut off the wings to have the possibility to arrange that a little bit better. And when I saw her video, I was not sure, to be honest. I want to be honest. I was not sure if I like that. But when I see it now here, oh my goodness. What's that? What is that? What is that? When I saw that in Barbara's video, I thought, why is she taking off those wings from the original thing? I mean, these wings are matching the colors of the rest, obviously. Why is she taking that off and putting those wings on top? I thought it could destroy the look of this thing. I thought it could look like the wings are glued to him or her. I mean, you know what I mean? It looks not like one. When she was finished, it was one. But when she did that, I was really like, ooh, is that a good idea? But when I see this now here, I'm totally in love. I'm totally in love. But I also want to try the other version and cut off the wings and then see how the other way around looks. It feels so strange to cut that off. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that looks so strange now. But I have to try this out to see what I like better. If I want to have it like this, I mean, like this, or no, definitely not. Barbara, thank you very much for this idea. Going to use some walnut stain, distress oxide ink, and at the moment I have the feeling that everyone is changing from vintage photo ink to the walnut stain ink. I don't know why, but it seems to be some kind of a trend at the moment that we like to distress our things with walnut stain. And I think for the people who are new to junk journaling and try to decide what supplies or especially inks they are buying, I think it's a good idea to check if you like to work really grungy with coffee, for example, as well. in your projects, then I guess walnut stain is the better color for distressing, because the walnut stain is more like coffee. The vintage photo is some kind of a reddish color. It has really much red in it, and the walnut stain matches the coffee much better. So if you like to coffee dye your papers or splatter with coffee and that stuff, and you want to have it matchy, then use walnut stain. And now, of course, our princess needs a crown. And that, to be honest, will be the biggest challenge for me, because normally I don't put crowns to my creatures in my journals. But let's try new things. So I have this weird paper here. This is coming from the stash of my grandmother. I've visited her house. I mean, she has passed away many years ago, as you perhaps know. But I have visited her house a time ago, and I found this paper. And I'm just thinking if I can use that to make the crown. I don't know what she did here. I guess this is such a paper that you can transfer. You can, I guess you can transfer the golden stuff from the paper to another surface. And I think she did that in some way. And this is the leftover. I'm just thinking if I want to put it this way around, because from the back it looks also really interesting. But I guess when I have the crown shape, no, Louisa, the crown has to be golden. Yep, the crown has to be golden, and I have to choose something where I can glue that on, where it looks not so weird, but I guess this would be great. Yeah, and this is also the color that I normally don't like to use in such a big amount that I want to use today for this project. I mean, sorry. The instruction sheet says that I shall use a color that I don't like. And normally, I mean, I like gold splatters and that stuff, since Barbara is using very much gold in her projects with splatters and that stuff. And when I saw that, I was like, ooh, gold. And then I tried it out for my own projects, and since I've tried it out, I like it and I really love it. But this, I mean, putting such a big thing of gold to my projects is not what I like to do, and that's hopefully something that can fulfill this challenge. And look what I have. Can you, do you know this problem? You have this thing from your glue and you want to lay the brush here, and it can't lay flat and it is rolling off from this thing, and you have the glue on your desk. And I found this little piece of wood, and it has this hole here. I've took some sandpaper, and hubby has cut this for me into the right size, and now I can place that to my table like this, and I can put my paintbrush in there without having any problems. So if you can find a piece of wood like that, try to turn it into a brush holder. It's really handy. I think I want to do it like this. Now it's really white because, yeah, you know. Okay, I think I will go with that. Just thinking if we can turn this into a little necklace or something like that, to have this golden color in two different areas here. Glue the crown. And then I'm just thinking she needs some hair. But what to do with the background of the tag? I mean, before I can glue that, I have to decide what to do with the background. And I guess I want to do a similar technique like I did in my previous video of this challenge. There I used the same scrapbooking paper. I will just show you what I mean if you have missed the video. So I have made this tag here for the last challenge. This is made out of Barbara's printable sheets from this challenge, and the scrapbooking paper that I've used for the base of this tag is exactly the same like this, and I really like the look of this. So I tried to remember how I did that. I think I know it. It would be a shame if I wouldn't know it, because it's not so long ago that I did it. So I'm taking some walnut stain distress oxide ink. I'm going over this really randomly, and I'm also pressing different with different, and I'm going over this with different pressure. That's what I'm trying to say, so that this gets really irregular, really grungy. Okay. Then I'm taking some water and a dry towel, spritzing this really randomly to the tag. Wait a little bit and then lift that up, and then we get this really gorgeous effect. That looks cool. That looks really, really cool. It's nearly dry, but I will dry the rest with my heat gun. Okay, here we go. Totally different background. I really like that. Okay, so and then this princess is living in this castle. I'm thinking, what else can I put to the background to make it more kingdomish, more whimsical as well. Some golden splatters would be really great. And I'm just thinking if I want to stamp something to the background. Yeah, and I think I will go with the same idea as I made here. On this little tag that you can put in here, we have these numbers. These come from the Tim Holtz Field Notes stamp set. So let me just try something. If I put that here, we can check that out, how that will look. Haha. Okay, so let's see. Yep. Look, that's great. Haha. We will do that. We will just take those stamps and some black permanent ink. Then I will randomly stamp there. I mean, the face of this princess is really sad, and yeah, that also has a reason. But perhaps the reason is that she has not found her right prince until now, and she was looking and she was trying to find him, and perhaps this is the number of princes that the princess has tried out. I mean, tried out. Louisa, what are you talking here? It seemed to be so easy for Barbara to find this story behind her arrangement, and now I'm realizing when you try to figure out this story and you try to find reasons why you do this or that, it can be really strange, as you could see. Yeah, okay, so now I think I can glue that down as a pocket, like that. I think since this is looking really weird from the back side, I will mount that to a piece of paper, or I have this on my desk by coincidence. Really flimsy, but no. This princess likes coffee really, really much. Is that the reason why I can use, want to use this coffee filter thingy? No, Louisa. No. No, 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 no. I really don't know if I like that. That looks totally weird together. I have the feeling that it only can look good if this color is underneath of the princess, so that it looks, when this whole thing is closed, yeah, that we have the same color here, 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 and here, but this is the problem. And I guess it would be okay to have only this, ooh, yes, 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 only this part of the thing and not a whole tag. Contrast, matching colors, do you know what I mean? Yeah. But this has to be sturdy as well, and we need something for the back. I mean, when this is cut, then it will go like this, and we have this ugly back. We could take this and, yeah, put that there. This is a great color combination. Oh, yes, oh, yes, 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 okay. Okay, okay, okay. We shall use a postage stamp when we want to follow those instructions. So why not trying to cover up the chicken with a matching postage stamp? It's still strange, I know. I would say problem solved. Yeah. I have just taken some leftover threads from my sewing machine, and after I've sewed around completely, I have, yeah, you know, put them between my fingers like this, and then I have sewn over this, so it looks not so weird anymore. I guess I can live with this solution. And then we can think about how to attach this thing to the rest so that it can flip like this. So I will just take a piece of fabric like this, cut it, tear it, then this will go here like this. And now for my taste, this whole thing is not grungy enough. Those flowers are really bright. I'm missing this grunge. This tea bag I have put some gesso on, some distress oxide inks and that stuff, and I have this in my stash forever. And I guess now is the time. I can place that here and then tear that a little bit in the shape of this thing. Okay, so while I was on my sewing machine, I was like, who the heck has come to the idea to put those tea bags there? And then I thought, oh, it was me. But now I really like that. I really like this wonky sewing here. That looks really cool, I guess. Okay, so I have also sewn along here to make sure that the fabric is really good attached, and I've sewn around the whole tag but with a straight stitch so that it is not so extremely like on the other pieces. I wanted to have that a little bit different, and it seems to be really massive if this would be the same zigzag stitching like on the yellow pieces. It would be really nice if it would be removable completely so that we can take it out completely. The other idea of this flip is also nice, but I guess it would be nice to take this and put that somewhere to your shelf or to your wall of inspiration or something like that. And have that in front of your eye. So one possibility would be magnets so that you can take it off. Okay, so this is covered now, those both magnets, and now I have the problem. I don't know if I want to call that a problem, because there's a solution, of course. Normally I would think I have to put the other both magnets behind my tag, so somewhere here and here. place the tag here and then put this piece on top. And that would be, I guess, totally strong enough to hold that. Yeah, that would be totally okay when I put that to the back. And then I could just cover this up. But I'm Luise Heinzel. And that sometimes is some kind of a disaster. So I thought, why not taking some gears? I have these left over from the last project that I did for this challenge. And why not covering the magnets up here in the inside? That has two reasons that I thought about that, because I can put the magnet here on this side, then they will be way stronger than when I would put them here to the back of this tag, like I've shown you before. And we would have a nice addition, some kind of collage-y stuff here on this castle as well. And originally I thought this could be a great, how is that called? In German it's Zepter. Is it Zepter in English? Barbara said this word in one of her last videos, but I can't remember that. I'm learning new English words by watching, yeah, mainly Barbara's channel, but of course also other channels. I mean, I'm watching a lot of English-speaking YouTube channels, but for me it's easier to follow one person for improving my English, and that's at the moment Barbara. But sometimes I can't remember the words she's saying. In the moment, for me, it makes sense, and I hear it, and I think, oh, you have to remember that word, and then later on, it has gone. But, yeah, this is really big. I mean, I can't cover up her thing. Ooh. My goodness, I'm so sorry. I mean, how cute is that? I can't glue that there. Oh my goodness, that's... I mean, gluing that permanently there, it would be absolutely no option, I think, because the whole story, this whole thing would be destroyed, I guess. She looks not like a princess anymore if I would glue that there, even if this is some kind of funny. Fingers crossed. And what about this thing? So my princess has just found out something that is going on in her little castle where she's living. She has found out that something really strange is going on there, and that she needs some help. And because of that, she is writing a letter with this little thing here. The letter is here to the Prince of Italy. You know him from Barbara's video. And she says in her letter that she needs help because there are some strange animal in her castle, and she don't want to have these animals there because she's a little bit afraid of them. And she asks the Prince of Italy if he can perhaps come and help her to get rid of these animals that she don't likes. And she knows that he is in German we would say he is ist eine Schissbuchse. Schissbuchse. That means, so that's a noun, and Buchse is a really weird word for trousers, and Schissbuchse is when you make shit into your trousers and someone is calling you like that. I mean, he is naming you after this trousers. That means the Prince of Italy is afraid of these little guys here, and she has to do something, and she has to, yeah, what's the English word? So she has to say something that he can be, yeah, that he can be convinced. I think that is the right word for what I want to say. So she says, I will give you the key to my heart and to my castle if you come to me and if you help me. So I need a key. This is too big. This yellow one I have in my stash forever. Really forever. I think one of the first days when I started junk journaling, that was the day where I got this key. I don't know really where it comes from, but the color would be not so bad. The size is also okay. And this has also this little heart here. And to fulfill this challenge, I still have to use this thing, so, or part of this thing, because this is the piece that I, yeah, haven't used until now. And I would like to do it like Barbara did it in her video. I would like to cut this out. Normally this is meant to use as a tuck spot, but I need no tuck spot here. So I will just cut that out and decide where to put it. First of all, I thought I would like to put that here, but that is relatively big and it would peek out from this smaller tag here. I'm not sure if I like that. Another option would be somewhere here where this little guy is. Oh, that's not so bad. And the word is also some kind of, you know, combination with this little animal here. It's, and the story behind this, it's a little bit, you know. Okay. And then I will take a bulb pin. If you fill this up with some journaling paper, you are writing a letter, for example. If you use this in your junk journal and you realize that this stays not closed, then you can use this little eyelet here to put a ribbon or something like that and just let it go around this whole thing, and then you can close it here. That's also a reason why I have put that here, because yeah, when this is pressed down and there's a ribbon or something like that sari silk, for example, then it will be closed. That's great. Okay, then we need some finishing touches, I guess. So this turned out relatively great, I would say. I really like this. But she is a princess, and this castle until now to me looks not so, you know, princessish. Because of that, I'm taking my golden watercolor and I want to splatter around a little bit now. And I'm not totally sure, especially here, if I want to do it only here. I mean, then you wouldn't see it when this is here. But of course, we could splatter here and there as well, a little bit, or here, for example. But I don't know if I want to splatter to my background with the numbers, but let's see. Perhaps I should start with this page, or don't know if I can call it a page, but you know what I mean. I think I will first splatter here a little bit, because here it needs something, definitely. Okay, so let's try that out. Let's take our tag here. He needs some splatters as well, so we can check how much paint we need. Yeah, okay. Hard to see, but it's there. Okay, here I want to splatter a little bit here. Don't know how that will react with the rest here. I mean, on my printer paper should be no problem. On the wings as well, I guess. More to this feather. Oh, that's great. So yeah, this is the Princess of Italy. She is waiting for the Prince of Italy to come to her, and she is writing her letter with this little feather. She lives in this castle, and yeah, she has problems with these little animals in her castle, and she's hoping that the Prince of Italy is coming to her, helping her get rid of these animals. And if he comes, then he will get the key to her heart, but he also has to discover what else he will get and what he will find in the castle. That's my story behind this little tag. I have to thank Barbara from 49 Dragonflies very, very much. Barbara, thank you very much for this inspiration. I really, really enjoyed doing this, and especially thinking about this story behind this whole thing. And that's because of you, and because of your video that you have created, and of course because of your prints that you have created. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. I'm really happy that I have this here now. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to check out Barbara's and Ronda's channel today. They have both a video on their channel with a challenge as well, of course, with the same challenge, 5 items digital swap, but they will use different printables that you can also get as a freebie on their channels. So, yeah, see you the next time. Ooh, I'm happy. Bye-bye.